Hello. Yeah. So, hey everyone, this is me Viraj, aka Harshal Jain, and today we are going to build this awesome typing speed game. So, as you can see, this is a very I guess this is a very nice UI, and you can see that we have a container, we have the amount of words or the amount of sentence or whatever you can say, amount of characters which we have typed till now correctly will be covered like this. As you can see, will be covered like this. So this is a very simple UI. Today we are going to build the UI part, and then in the next video we'll build the JavaScript part. So you can see that the amount of words or characters which we have covered till now will be marked via this. Okay, today we are going to make this part, and then you can see that the time remaining will be written somewhere here, and the words per minute will be written here, and the mistakes which I have done will be written here, like two words or three words, whatever the mistakes have I have done in either spelling or anything will be given here. And CPM is characters per minute, the number of characters per minute, and so on. Okay, you can also add another kind of meters for that. Different meters like accuracy, etc. Okay, these are some just some examples to show today, but in the next video we'll cover the rest of the JavaScript part. Okay, and also with the restart it will reset the timer, and the job will start again. Okay, so this will be the simple project which we are going to create. And how is this going to help? Basically, this is a very great project to start your development journey, because this is a very great project as you can get the logic behind these games. Okay, so building these games actually help you build the more better logic for JavaScript, HTML, and CSS, and also for other languages, because the logic will be obviously same. The syntax of languages might be different, but the logics will be obviously same. So you can also build the same game in other technologies with the same logic. Okay, so I hope we are clear with that. And before continuing, I wanted to show you one thing. In the description, you'll find a link named as project building sessions coming up. Register to our full stack bootcamp course for free. This is a free full stack bootcamp course, and you'll find a link after that. So it will take you to this page. Okay, it will take you to this page. You'll find that link in the description. It will take you to this page, and you just have to start this course. By the way, 30,000 people are interested for this one, so you can also enroll for it. And definitely you can check out this is a free course, and you can check out for the separate sections they have given in the platform. And here you can go to the live session, and you can see that in the live section you will see that uh, we have a session on text to speech converted in HTML and CSS and JavaScript, part one and part two. Obviously, the part two is not right now, not mentioned here, scheduled here, but definitely it will be scheduled. I guess in a few days before 4th February. Okay, so part two will also be scheduled here, and definitely this will be a live session. This will be actually a Zoom meeting. The link for that will be replaced with this upcoming button. Okay, so you will get the join button on 4th February or wherever it is scheduled. Okay, so part one will be on 4th February, 8 p.m. onwards. You can check out this one. If you aren't able to watch these sessions, recording sessions somehow, you can check out them in the past recordings. Okay, so I hope I am clear with that. And now we can continue with the next stuff. And one more thing, that you have to visit my GitHub profile, okay, for all the source codes. So you just have to type github.com/virajj014. This is my GitHub profile. You can follow me here. Okay, you can just type this in your URL, and definitely it will take you to this page. And yeah, I have uploaded my profile picture. I'll change that later on. It's quite unprofessional, I know. So never mind, we'll change that. But yeah, you can see that this is my profile, GitHub profile, and you can follow me here. And in the repository section, you'll find the repository. Okay, I haven't uploaded the repository till now, but definitely I'll upload it later on. Okay, so you'll find the repository, and I'll tell you the link before uploading, so don't worry about that. All right, so I hope I am clear with the source code also. You will find the source code, and if you aren't able to find the source code, you can definitely find it by this link. Right now, I haven't uploaded that, so you won't be seeing that. But whenever I'll upload, I'll tell you how can you reach that in the video or in the next video. Okay, so now we can continue, and today we are going to build this UI using HTML and CSS. Okay, so let's jump directly to the towards the UI part, and in the next video we'll cover the JavaScript part that will actually contain that. Like if I have type B, I'll get this highlight. If I have type U, I'll get this much highlight, and so on. Okay, so this will be done via JavaScript. All right, so let's first of all create a folder, and for that I'll go to my JS project GFG folder, and here I'll simply create a new folder. Okay, so I can name this as uh, JS underscore typing typing game. Okay, typing speed game. Okay, so this is the simple folder. Hi bro, how are you? I am good. How are you? Glad somebody asked. So we'll open it with VS Code. So install VS Code first if you haven't installed it yet. And one more thing, that in VS Code we need an extension named as live server. So just write this live server and you'll definitely get this extension. Just install this one. Mine is already installed, so I won't do that again. All right, so first of all, I'll create an index.html file, index.html, and we'll first of all write the whole code in this page only, and then we'll shift that to separate files, style.css and script.js. All right, so I'll just say that write this exclamation sign and hit enter. So this is a very good shortcut. You can use this for getting your boilerplates. Okay, so now I'll say that first of all, I'll create the HTML part. Okay, so this won't be taking much today. So I can say that this session will be very short session. So you can definitely watch this, and also you can watch the next session, that is part 2. That will be little bit longer than you can expect because obviously that will be based on JavaScript. That is the logic part. So let's first create a container in which we'll get the whole data. So I would say that First of all, let's check that if it's working or not. So let's give it a heading, or I'll say typing game. Okay, typing game, and I'll inspect. I'll right click and I'll open it with live server. So after installing live server extension, you'll definitely get this. और मैं आपकी Node.js की सीरीज देख रहा हूँ, बहुत इंफॉर्मेटिव है बिगिनर्स के लिए. थैंक्स फॉर दिस सीरीज. Glad you liked it, and definitely if you want more advanced concepts in Node.js, definitely it's for beginners. And definitely if you want more advanced concepts in Node.js, you can also ask for it. I'll definitely bring more or awesome series regarding that. And thanks for the comment, by the way. So yeah, this is the simple heading, and I'll open it with live server, and you can also click this button to open it with live server. You'll get that after installing the extension. So I'll shift it here, and you can see that our heading is being shown up here. So I'll just split my screen so that everyone is able to see the live changes. The live server is a simple extension which will help us to get real-time changes. That's it. Okay, so I'll just comment this out. We don't need this heading. We'll simply, or we can say, let's let it be. Okay, so we can simply create a division here in which we have our whole stuff. Okay, so I'll say it will have a class named as container. So CONTAINER. Okay, container. Inside this, first of all, we'll need a input field in which the user will type. So we'll create an input field. This is a very basic input field, and let's give it a type of text. By the way, default type is already text, but let it be. Okay, so type is text, and the class will be TEXTINPUT. So I'll give it text inputs class, and yeah, we'll close that symbol simply. Okay, so I'll create a container which will have my paragraph, pre-written paragraph. Okay, so right now I'll just write a random paragraph, and then we'll fetch the same paragraph using JavaScript backend. Okay, backend, I mean using JavaScript. So I'll create a division. I'll create a division, and let's name it. The class can be suppose back. background dash text. Okay, background text. Inside this, we'll have the p tag in which we'll have the paragraph. Yeah, I want advanced level of series for Node.js. Yeah, definitely. Also, you can check out my other projects. Definitely, I'll bring an advanced series for that. It's been very long. I guess it's a whole year since I did that Node.js series. It actually had everything like Node.js, MongoDB, and a lot more stuff for beginners. But for advanced series, you can check out my social media application project using React Native. I built the same using React Native. So in which I use Node.js and MongoDB and Express as a backend. So this is a very great project for you all. If you know React Native, then I recommend that to watch that because it's built of React Native and backend for Node.js, Express, and MongoDB. So you can definitely check that out. And a separate series will also be bought using React.js. That means a complete month stack course. Also, you can check out the courses at Geeks4Geeks website. You'll definitely find awesome courses for that. They also have beginners and advanced friendly projects, and definitely these kind of projects will be helpful for you all. And if you also can mention any specific project, yesterday somebody mentioned an e-commerce platform using React Native and months time. So that was a very great suggestion, and I was also planning to build a application regarding that, like Amazon. So you can suggest projects like these. So I'll love to build these projects. So I have simply use a paragraph. So this is a very simple paragraph. You can just copy paste it from anywhere, lorem ipsum 500, 300, whatever you like. Okay, so this is a very simple paragraph. I'll do one more thing. I'll remove this inverted commas from here and here. Okay, so I hope this is clear, and you'll simply get a paragraph. And for that, you'll simply you can copy any other paragraph. I think I don't need to tell you that this is a very basic paragraph. Okay, but still, if you want a paragraph, you can uh, I can suggest one thing, that you can visit to Lorem Ipsum website, lipsum.com, and you can copy any paragraph. Okay, like if you think that it will be of copyright, you can use Lorem Ipsum, or here we also have a shortcut in HTML, Lorem 500, etc., etc. So yeah, this is a very simple paragraph. We have given it an ID PG. Okay, so I hope it is clear. And after this paragraph, we need to show the result. Okay, so as you can see, the UI is very basic, by the way. So I'll just create a division, and let's give it a class of container, container. Okay, container in. And let's say that we have the division of results. Okay, division of, I'll give it a class of result. Okay, so it will contain all type of results or anything you like, any reading time remaining, words per minute, character per minute, mistakes or accuracy, etc., etc. So they will be inside this container, and we'll create another container. I mean the button. So this button will actually be used to restart the game. Restart. Okay, restart the game. So I guess this is fine. And obviously, initially, if you are watching this for the first time, if you're loading this game for the first time, instead of this, we'll show the start button. But yeah, right now I've just created a button. Okay, I've just created a button, and definitely we will show a start button at first. Okay, so yeah, we can do one thing. If I just say it will be initially start, and then we can manipulate it via JavaScript, that if the game is already running, we can show restart button instead of start button. So that's a separate logical part, not the UI part. So we have the start button, and also let's capitalize it. And then inside this, we have, suppose we have three types of reading. First of all, my first reading will be suppose of class time. Okay, I'll just give it a class time so that we can target it very easily. And let's give it a p tag, and I'll say time remaining. Okay, or simply I would say time, because it will take a lot space. So time, I guess time will be very good to write. Okay, so inside this, suppose the time will be something. So I'll write it inside the span tag. Suppose 60 second will be the initial remaining time, and then 59, 58, etc., etc. Okay, so this will be our time container. And again, we'll create another container. I'll just give it a uh, class of suppose the next type is words per minute, so I'll just give it WPM, and we'll give it a p tag of WPM. Okay, and words per minute, and let's write 0 first here. Okay, and this whole reading will be manipulated via JavaScript every single millisecond or second wherever you apply the function. Okay, we'll check that later on in the next video. Now after this, we'll again create a division. I'll give it a class of mistake. Okay, mistake. Let's take mistake, and I'll have a p tag again. By the way, this suggestion is coming from GitHub Copilot extension, but I guess it's not free. I'm using it via student ID. So if you have a GitHub account with student college ID, then you can use GitHub Copilot for free, or you have to purchase it, or you can use its I guess tab 9 also works the similar task. So you can install tab 9 extension in VS Code and you can get similar suggestions. Okay. So this is a very short trick to get your code written. But yeah, it's not recommended for beginners because obviously like AI will take your job if you are not serious about the coding stuff or any other stuff. Like if you don't know how to code, then you shouldn't use these kind of AI tools. That's my simple uh, suggestion to you all. Okay, so you shouldn't use AI tools if you don't know how to code for this programming stuff. I'm talking about coding stuff. Okay, so yeah, we have mistake and let's make a mistakes. Okay, so also I would say that we can also create another class, one more class. So here I would say that CPM. I guess it's not required because we'll check it via words per minute, but let's write. Okay, we'll remove that later on. So I'll say that we also have a reading of CPM. Okay, but yeah, our job will be done on words per minute. So let it be. Let's write it. This is just the UI part. We'll check that in the next video if it's required or not. The JavaScript. Okay. So by the way, let's. This is the simple UI which we had to create, and the UI part is done. So now what do we need to do? We need to do the same for the CSS part. So we'll jump to the CSS part. So this was the UI. This was the UI, and now I am going to write the CSS part here only. So I'll say that style, style, and we'll shift the CSS later on in the next page whenever we like. Okay. All right. So now I would say that first of all, I'll recommend this to everyone. Just write star sign, and then I would say that I'm sorry, star sign, and then I would say that the margin, initial margin will be 0 pixels, so it won't be taking any initial margin, and you can see that that's gone. And you can also do the similar for padding. So if anything has a padding, initial padding, I have removed that. It's really helpful for development of any website because it removes any confusion if you are having with that. Okay, so I recommend this. You should always use this, but it's up to you. If you don't want to remove any existing margin and padding, then it's okay. It's your choice. So I want my whole body to have a background color of linear gradient. Okay, so I'll say background, and I'll say that it will be have a linear gradient background color, and it will start from to bottom right. Okay, bottom to right, and then I will say that the first color will be suppose hashtag 33CCFF. Okay, somewhat light bluish color, and then I'll say that it will start from 0%. Then again I'll say the same for hashtag FF99CC. Okay, so this is a light pink color, and then I'll say that it will start from uh suppose 100%, and remove this comma first. Okay, this comma isn't required after this. Okay, so now you can see that we got this, but it's repetitive, so we'll remove that. First of all, I'll say that it's background. Okay, it's background repeat will be no repeat. Okay, so the repetition is gone, but I want it to be covering the whole page. So I'll say that its minimum height will be the whole height of the window. So 100 vh. Okay, 100 vh will be the whole height of the window, and that's it. And then I'll say that I want everything in the center of this page. So display will be flex, justify content center, and align items center. Okay, so as you can see that I have everything in center. And one more thing, I'll say that the flex direction will be column. Okay, so as you can see now everything is in column. So that's the simple UI part. And one more thing, I can assign a simple font family here, or I can say that the font family for anything so will be suppose uh, I guess we have sans serif. Okay, so you can see that this is pretty much fine, or you can choose any font family from Google Fonts. Okay, so Google Fonts, and let's choose a font family here. So I'll remove any existing, and here we have plenty much of font families as you can see, and I'll just show you one font family which we can implement here only. Okay, so let's see that which will work. Let's use this one. Okay, Ubuntu. So we'll use the Ubuntu font family, and inside this, let's see that what will work for us. I guess this will work. Regular 400, and let's see that. I guess we had to reload. Okay, now we'll see that a sidebar. And then you can see that in the import section, you have to import this font family. Okay, just copy this and import at the top of your CSS. Okay, so just import at the top here, and then we can use this font family here. Okay, so now let's see that if it's working or not. And you can see that we got the font family. And I guess it's looking pretty nice, and you can use this font family, any other font family you like. Now we'll jump to the container, and we have the body part. Now we will jump to the container. And I don't think right now we don't need to style this h1 tag typing game. Okay, typing speed game. Okay, so I guess now we don't need to do anything for that, or you can target the h1 tag. Since we have only one h1 tag, so I would say that the color will be suppose white, and you can also perform anything else on this one. All right, so we I won't be styling this right now. We'll see that if it's looking ugly, we'll change that. Okay, so now we want to style the container. We have the container, so I'll say dot container. I am targeting the container, and container is basically this whole division side. This inside this division we have the whole data. Okay, whole HTML part. So just come inside the container. I'll say that the width will be around 100% first of all, and then I'll say that its max width will be around 600 pixels. Okay, so it will take maximum of 600 pixel for the responsive view, and then you can see that as it reaches 600, it shrinks its size. Okay, so I guess now we can continue, and we have the width of 600. Then I want a background color of suppose white color, or you can choose any other background color. So I would say if the background color is white, and then I want the border radius to be 10 pixels. You can see that the border radius is 10 pixels. Then some padding will be okay, so the padding will be around 20 pixels. Okay, so you can see that I got a padding of 20 pixels, and the position I'll set it as relative because we are going to assign absolute position inside this containers like for separate tags. Okay, so we have the position relative. Then we can target the input tag, and first of all I won't show the input tag. So for that I'll say that dot container, and we have the input tag, so we'll target the input tag directly. I don't want to show this, so I'll say that let's give it a z-index of -10, and position will be of absolute, and suppose opacity will be 0. That means it won't be visible right now. Okay, so the opacity, I have removed the opacity right now. And then I'll say we'll target the paragraph. The paragraph will be having a background color of suppose white only. Okay, so it won't be making any difference by the way. And I guess the text color will be suppose gray. Okay, gray. So you can see that I got the gray text color. It simply says that whatever we will write over this will be shown in dark. Okay, whatever is in the input container will be in dark, and right now we are having this in a light gray color. Okay, so just write this simply. We'll understand more out of it using JavaScript. Okay, so I hope this light is enough. This light gray is enough, and too light. Okay, so I guess this is enough. Okay, so now we can say that if I have any selection, if I have any selection, so for the selection, suppose hashtag PG selection. Okay, I want its background color to be pinkish. Okay, so I'll say background dash color to be pink. So the pink color code is this one. You can again use this pink color code, or you can use any other pink color code. So if I select this, you can see that I got this pink color. I also want to change the text color. So I'll say that the text color will be uh, pure black. Okay, pure black will be okay. So if I select this, you can see that it's getting pure black. Okay, so this is a very great styling part that you must know for anything. Like this can be used in any of your projects, the selection part. Okay, so I also have used first time in this project this selection technique. Okay, so you can see that if I select this much of area, they will be highlighted this much by. Okay, so you can also assign any other color. Like you can also choose a radium color. If I talk about the radium color, and I guess this much green will be good for radium. So if I select this, you can see that I got the radium color. Okay, so that's how you can make selections actually. And let's choose this color. Okay, and no, I think the pink will be better. Okay, because we want to make it beautiful. Okay, so I guess this will match the UI part, and now we can continue. Okay, so you can see that apart from that, everything is selected in blue because by default the color is blue. Okay, so yeah, this was the selection part, and we'll manipulate it with JavaScript as we type the words or any sentence. So after this, I'll say dot container in. Okay, I'll say that the display, we have the container in here which will have all the result part. Okay, so I'll say that the display will be uh, flex. Okay, flex. So as you can see now it's in a row, and I want them to be in space between. Okay, so you can see that one will be in left, one will be in right. That simply means that inside container we have two containers, that is the result and the button. So button is in right and the result is in left because of space between. Then I want them to be in center. Okay, center, horizontally center. And then I would say that the margin top will be around 20 pixel, so it will have some margin from top. And then I would say that the background color will be supposed to some dark gray color, hashtag 24 24 24. Okay, so this will be a dark gray color. Then I would say that the padding side, this will be 10 pixel. Okay, and the border radius will be around 5 pixel. So you can see that we got a nice container. Inside this we have the result. Okay, so I also want the result container to be in a row, so I'll say that the display will be flex. Okay, so now you can see that they are in a row, and I also want the color to be right now white, suppose. Okay, so I'll get the white color of every text written inside this. And then what can you do? You can say that everything inside this must be spaced between. So I'll say justify content space between. Okay, justify content space between. And one more thing, the width will be around 100%. Okay, so you can see that I got the width 100%, or I'll say that the width will be around 90%, so it will leave some space. Okay, so yeah, we have the 90% width. That means this much of width will be around for this result, and the rest part will be of the button. Okay, so we have the 90% width of this, and then I can say that the p tag inside this result p tag will have a font size of suppose around 14 pixels. Okay, 14 pixels. And then font size, I guess it won't take 500, but let's see. Yeah, it won't be taking 500, so let's leave this font size. And the color is obviously white, so I think we don't need to specify the color. And then again we are going to target the result span tag inside this result. Okay, so the span tag is the reading value, so I'll say that the display will be uh I'm sorry, the font size will be 20, around 20. Font size will be 20 pixel. Okay, so font size will be 20 pixel. uh Font weight will be around, bold will work. Okay, bold will work. And the color is white. and I want the background color to be bluish. Okay, so for bluish, I'll say that it will be hashtag 33, whatever it is, 33CCFF. Okay, and the width will be 100%, whatever amount of width it will get, and the minimum width of it will be uh 50 pixels, suppose 50 pixel minimum width. Okay, so now you can see that we have this, but I guess what's the issue with this? Okay, all right, so now we can continue, and I have given the minimum width. What's the issue with that? I don't think that it's taking minimum width, so let it be. We'll see that later on. If I remove this width and let's give it a width again. No, it's not taking width, so we'll see that later on, the width stuff. And then you can say that I have the width, and I'll also give it a border radius of, suppose border radius will be around 15 pixels. So you can see that I got a 15 pixel of border radius. I'll give it a padding of 5 pixel from each side, so you can see that I got the reading. And then I guess it's enough, but text align will be center, and I don't know why it's not taking the width. I'll say that if the width is okay, let's choose any other tag. I guess it's not taking for the span tag, so what I'll do, I'll simply say that it will be a p tag only. Okay, p tag only. So let's make a p tag here also. So I'll click alt. Okay, I'll select alt, and then I'll click every button. Okay, just press alt and I'll click everywhere I want to make a change. So I can make changes at a single time. I'll simply type p tag, and you can see that we got the p tag. But yeah, we'll definitely make it better. I'll just give it a class of txt1. Okay, txt1, and I'll simply copy this. I'll paste it here, I'll paste it here, and I will paste it here. Similarly, I'll give it a txt2 class, and I'll copy this, I'll paste it here, paste this here, again paste this here. Okay, so now we can say that we need to target the span is no direct child of result. Okay, that I guess that's big. I don't know why did it happen, but usually I did this for the reference what it happened. But let it be. But it must have worked. I guess we have changed a little CSS. That's why it didn't work. Let it be. We'll simply say that dot txt1. Okay. So I want this for txt2, and you can see that now it's working very well. So we can give it a width of 50 pixel. Okay, now you can see that it's working fine. I want the minimum width of, and let's give it I guess this was the p type which we targeted, so I'll say that it will be txt1. Okay, txt1, and you can see that we have txt1. Okay, so now you can see that we have done the simple UI part. And then one more thing, I want them to be in a center. Okay, you can see that inside the result we have the divisions which contain each. Okay, inside the result we have divisions which contain each. So I would say that inside the result I want the divisions to be in center of each other. Okay, I want the p tags to be in center of each other for all the divisions. So for that we'll say that dot result, and then we'll have targeted the division. Okay, we want to target all the division, that's why I'm not specifying the class of each. Okay, so we'll say that the division will be of display flex. Okay, first of all will be of display flex, and then you can see they are in a row. So if you want them to be in a row, then you can simply write align items center, and you can also give some margin left for any of this. So suppose if I give this margin left of 5 pixels, so you can see I got some margin left. So if you want them to be in a row, you can definitely make them in a row, or you can do one more thing. If you want them to be in a column, I'll say flex direction will be column. Okay, so flex direction is column, and you can remove this margin, it's not required. So you can see that both will work. Any type of procedure you like, you can use for this. Okay, so I don't like this space between, so I'll remove this space between. Okay, I'll remove the space between, And what I can do is I can give some margin from left and right. So from top and bottom I don't need any margin, so I'll say 0 pixel, and from left and right I'll say that it will be 10 pixel each. So you can see that I got the reading this side and the rest part of button is that side. Okay, so you can use any logic for the styling. It doesn't really affect the logic of this code, logic of the JavaScript part. You can just create any UI you like. Okay, so we have this. Now what do we need? We need to style the button. Okay, so we'll again target the button. Okay, so inside the container in we have the button tag. We only have one button, so I'll simply say the button will be of, suppose, background color will be this pink. Okay, so you can see we have the pink background color, the text color will be white, so we have the white text color, and the border of this button will be none. Okay, none, but none border. And then I would say that the padding from top and bottom will be 10 pixel, left and right will be 20 pixel. Okay, that's it. So we can do one more thing. I'll give it a font size of 14 pixel, 14 pixel. Okay, 14 pixel of font size and font weight of 500, and let's make it bold. Okay, let's say that if, yeah, now it is bold. And then I can say that the cursor will be pointer. If I hover over this, you can see if I hover over this button, the cursor is pointer. Then what to do? Border radius of 5 pixel. Okay, so the border radius of 5 pixel. Okay, so you can see I've given this a border radius, but I want this to be around 16 pixels. So I have increased the size, and the padding from top and bottom, I'll make it, suppose if I make it 5, you can see the border button is smaller. Okay, so you can see that we got the start button, we got the reading, and then input the text here like box of input the text here like box of user. What do you mean? I didn't understand. Okay, so you can see that the simple UI part is completed, and I'll do one more thing. We have this h1 tag, so I can say that the margin bottom will be around 10 pixel. Okay, so you can see that I got some space now. And this was the simple UI part. And then next video, what we'll say, suppose if I have typed B, the B will be highlighted. As if I have typed U will be highlighted, and so on. If I have typed any wrong word, it won't be highlighted. Okay, it will stop there only. So if I go back and if I again type I, then it will be highlighted, and so on. This will be the logic which we have, which we'll build using JavaScript, and we'll target this whole container via this. Okay, this P tag via this, and also the input tag which we have made the position absolute. Okay, I have made its position absolute. That's why we aren't able to see this, because that's required for JavaScript part. Okay, you can also make this input tag visible. One text box for user. Okay, Sangeeta, you are saying that we also want to show one text box for user. I haven't shown that because what I'm trying to do, that as soon as I type B, this will be highlighted. Okay, so we'll definitely see that in the next video. What I am trying to say right now, the next part is not ready. That's why I can't show you that. But what I'm trying to say, that if I type B, this B will be highlighted. Okay, if I type any wrong word, suppose X, so X will be written over this, but that won't be highlighted. Okay, so we'll see that in the next video, but till then you have to wait for that. Obviously, we had to build the simple UI part. The UI is done, and this actual paragraph won't be here. It won't be here, so I'll just remove this, or you can comment this out. This actual paragraph won't be here. We'll actually build this paragraph. We'll bring this paragraph from JavaScript part. Okay, so we'll bring that from JavaScript manually. That means JavaScript will write the paragraph for us initially. Okay, so you can write any paragraph, or you can use any API to write a simple paragraph, then you can run the game. Okay, so we'll check that in the next video, and you'll understand the logic why I have make its display as opacity as 0. Okay, so we'll see that in the next video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. This was the simple UI, and the source code is available on GitHub. I mean, I'll upload this on GitHub. So just a minute. In the terminal, I'll go to my GitHub profile. So this is my GitHub profile. You just have to type github.com/virajj014, and first of all I'll create a new repository. named as suppose JS. What kinds of project can help me to improve Mustang development? I can say that the project which helped me the most was the food delivery app. The first project was food delivery app. You can simply say that React Native is for mobile development and React JS is for website development. So there isn't much difference in the logic part, and you can say the code is also almost similar looking. And obviously the purpose is different. But if you talk about web development, you can build a food delivery website or you can build a e-commerce website. They will be really helpful for you. And same in the mobile, these projects are like they will clear all your concepts because they have everything inside them. You will get the payment gateway logic, you will get the OTP logic, if you you will get the user data storing logic, you will get the profile saving logic, profile updation logic, and product viewing logic, product I can say review logic. That means you get the star logic. Okay, you can give the project product 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, that you can use using uh, e-commerce project, that you can learn using e-commerce project. You can also comment on any product of the e-commerce project. So that these logics will be really easily built via these kind of projects, e-commerce project or this food delivery app. Okay, also you can build a own social media platform. This will help you get real time changes, like you, if you send a chat to any other person, he or she will get a real time chat. Okay, so you can build your own social media platform. I actually created a project, but this was for React Native. I built a food delivery app, a social media platform. These two were built for React Native, so you can check out in Geeks for Geeks development channel, you'll find these projects. But for React JS, right now I haven't built, and I don't know much that whoever has built React JS projects in this channel. But you can definitely search for it. These two are very great projects: food delivery app and e-commerce platforms. So I'll just name it JS underscore TYPING speed game. Okay, typing speed game, and let's create this repository. And now it's created, so I'll say git init git add dot git commit dash m first commit. Okay, then I would say that first commit git branch will be main git branch dash m main branch. Okay, then I'll add the remote repository and the origin. Okay, so just paste it. By the way, this won't work for you. The GitHub updation, like I upload projects, won't work for you unless you have the key of your laptop or computer registered in your like you have registered the GitHub key in your GitHub profile. Okay, you'll get a key from your laptop or computer, and then you can register it via your GitHub account. And that's a long procedure. You can check out any YouTube video for that. So I guess now my code is uploaded. If I refresh that, you'll find the source code here. So for the source code, you just have to type github.com/virajj014 in your browser, and then it will take you to my profile. It's free, it's public. You can also follow me here in the repositories. You'll find the source code js underscore typing speed game. Okay, so I'll just show you. Can you please help me to fix this problem? JSON stringify cannot serialize cyclic structures. Okay, I guess this won't be your yeah the string which you are trying to like the object or the array which you are trying to convert into string, the object or the array which you are trying to convert into string using json.stringify isn't actually a correct object. Okay, please make sure that your object is correct. Like sometimes you are trying to convert an object or an array of objects into a string format using json.stringify, so just check out your object is correct. All right, then I would say that JS. Okay, so if you want to find the source code, you can simply search JS underscore TYPING. Okay, so you can find this repository, and you can definitely use this source code anywhere you like. This is the part one. Part two will contain the JavaScript logic, and we'll definitely carry on with this game. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and definitely the next part will cover the logic. Before ending this video, I wanted to show you one more thing. The object is from your social media app video. Okay, if it's from my own video, then have you checked my repository, like the repository which I have provided, the GitHub repository? Have you compared it with my project? Okay, so before ending this video, I want to show you one thing. In the description, you'll find a link for what? Find a link for full stack bootcamp course. Okay, so it's written after the text project building sessions coming up. Register to our full stack bootcamp for free. This is a free bootcamp. If you click that link, it will take you to this page. Okay, so it will take you to this page. You'll find the same link in the live chat also. You can check the live chat. It's available there also. So this is a free bootcamp course. Why am I telling you? Because it contains everything required for a full stack development career and it's free. In the live section, you will see that we have a meeting scheduled on 4th February, 8 p.m. onwards. You can check this one out. The link for joining link will be appearing here, okay, instead of this upcoming button. So if you click this link on that specific date and time, it will take you to my Zoom meeting, and this will also be recorded. So if you aren't able to watch that Zoom meeting somehow, you can check the recordings here also. The recordings of the previous Zoom meetings are also available here. Okay, so do check out this project and do enroll for this course. This is a free course. All right, so now let's end this session, and I guess somebody has a pending doubt. So don't worry. If you have any doubt regarding my old projects, then definitely we can have a chat. Okay, you can contact me on Instagram at the rate Harshal_3011 is my username, and my LinkedIn profile is Harshal Jain. So if sometimes I don't reply you, then just wait for a while. I'll reply. Okay, so there are many pending messages. I get busy sometimes, so sometimes it's a delay for replying to you guys, but don't be angry with me. Okay, I'll reply as soon as possible. So you can contact me here and you can comment on any of the videos. You can give suggestion for projects. I'll love to bring more projects like these. Okay, so in the next video, JavaScript part will be done. So that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye.